Okay, here we go. Welcome back to Restauranttopia. We got a cool episode. It's just going to be me today. Dave and Anthony are out of town. We got a listener question about getting ready to sell your restaurants.
Imagine a perfect world where you can build a restaurant, open the doors, and make loads of money. Unfortunately, those days are over. It takes great leadership, hard work, and long hours to operate a successful restaurant. Together, we can make it happen. This is Restauranttopia.
Today's question is from Robert out of Buffalo. I am reaching retirement age and will likely be selling my restaurants within the next 2 years. What are some of the things I can do today to prepare my restaurants for sale? All right. This is a common question that I get all the time with aging owners who want to experience a liquidity event and retire. So one thing I did was put together a unit profitability metrics template and due diligence checklist. You can get that on restauranttopia.com. Just go to resources and you can download it there. Let's go right through this. I put together kind of a 10-step process that you can do to get ready for a potential sale in the future. So let's do the homework. Let's do the push-ups and get your operation ready for sale so you can maximize the value of the liquidity event or that sale. Here we go. First one, get your books in order. Any seller is going to have financials, but you want to make sure that they're done professionally and that it looks good to the buyer. Typically, a buyer is going to want 3 years of financials. Tax returns, I have found, don't really do much because of the kind of distorted nature with what reported on the tax returns. But regardless, you're going to want to make sure to have those done by a professional, a CPA, an accountant, prepared externally, preferably, versus just an internally generated QuickBooks statement that you might, or report that you might put together. Another thing that you're going to want to have available there is point of sale information. Most buyers are going to want to see what you're selling of each item, a P-mix, all those sorts of things. The second thing is understanding the true profitability of your business. This goes back to my profitability matrix template that you can download, but buyers are going to analyze reoccurring cash flows. Therefore, you want to be prepared to have a good understanding of what each unit is doing here. So Robert, in our example here with our listener question, has 3 units. He wants to show a potential buyer what each unit is doing in a standalone capacity. The unit profitability matrix is really helpful in demonstrating to a potential buyer what your prime costs are. So what's your cost of goods and your labor and what each unit obviously is earning. Most privately held businesses claim a variety of non-operational expenses. Make sure you have supporting documentation for these expenses. There are going to be add backs potentially in your financials. So when you have a single occurrence, whether it's a lawsuit, a build out, a one-time expense that you have in your operation, a buyer's going to, again, want to see that cash flow. So an add back is something that you don't typically see, that it's going to be added back to your numbers of what your profit actually is. A lot of people are going to look at EBITDA. So that's earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. Make sure you have that number ready and be prepared to talk about that with any potential buyer. Number 3, consult your financial advisor. Whoever that is, your accountant, your CPA, they're going to be a big help in producing reports and also evaluating some deal structures. Is there an earn-out? Very common in the restaurant business. Maybe you have to hold some of the paper, so hold some of the debt of the transaction. If you sell for $500,000, are you getting $300,000 at closing and holding $200,000 as a note from the buyer? Very possible. Number 4, make a good first impression. Your operation needs to be running well. Potential buyers are going to be coming into your operations and doing secret shopping and really want to understand, is this operation really built well that if they buy it, they have a high likelihood of success. Buyers want to see that you have processes in place and that it's not full out chaos when they get there. Do you have prep sheets, recipe cards, employee handbooks, training manuals, job descriptions, marketing plans? Do you have all the blocking and tackling aspects of your business buttoned up before you put it on the market so that it shows to a potential buyer that this is a well-oiled machine and you can get the maximum value for your company? Number 5, near and dear to my heart as an attorney, organize your legal paperwork. Review your operating agreements. Make sure all your permits are up to date, licensing agreements, leases, vendor agreements, contracts of any kind. Your lease is going to be a big one. You want to make sure that you have a lease in place if you don't own the building, and that lease has multiple renewal terms. These documents you're going to want to put together in digital form so they're easily shareable. However, but before you share any information, make sure that you talk to your attorney about getting a non-disclosure agreement in place. An NDA obviously is just a binding contract that provides sensitive information is not being shared with others besides the potential buyer. Number 6, take an objective look at your management team. Are you absolutely vital to your business? That's a problem. You will get a lower value for your company if the place falls apart when you're not there. Buyers want to buy a business and run it without you. They don't want you to be the part of the deal. And you don't want to be part of the deal either. You want to get your money and be able to transition the burden of operating the restaurants onto somebody else. You need to have a good restaurant organizational chart before you put the company up for sale. Make sure that you know who your excellent managers are and that you're locking them in with bonuses and employment contracts if necessary. But if someone would leave, is there a succession plan in place that you're able to put in a new player in that position and the restaurant does not suffer? After the sale, the buyer will want to know who is going to help them run the day-to-day of the business. Number 7, know your reason for selling. After you or your broker tell the potential buyer what a great opportunity it is to buy your restaurants, they're going to ask, if it's so great, why are you leaving? Well, you got to have a good answer for this. You want to practice that. You want to be able to articulate sincerely why you're selling the business. Number 8, make a list of potential buyers. Most restaurant sellers are baby boomers. Look at other people in the industry, whether it's other multi-unit owners, an ambitious single unit owner that wants to grow. Your brand and your restaurants are the easiest way for an operator to diversify and add units to their restaurant group. There's a lot of potential restaurant groups out there that are looking to buy, and now is a great time to consider that. Another group of potential buyers are millennials who are eager to strike out on their own and go out independent. This is not a complete list, but you need to really brainstorm and think about with your trusted advisor who are potential buyers for this business. One potential buyer that I often see is your current staff. Do you have a manager that is willing to buy one or more units? Do you have a key employee who is able to run the whole operation? Typically, the only issue there is the ability for them to come up with the cash for closing. But with SBA loans, family members, or in the management buyout scenario, what is typical is that the seller is going to hold a lot of paper. But if you want to honor your employee who helped you build the operation, that may not be a bad idea. Number 9, what is your number? This is such a big issue. I mean, you put so much blood, sweat, and tears into running your restaurant, building your restaurant group. Now you got 4 units. Now you got 5 units, or in our questioner here, Robert, with his 3 units, what is it worth? Well, that's something I really want you to pause and think about and talk to your advisors about. So often, owners have a vision of what was or what it could be in the future. Neither of them are going to give you any more money for your restaurant. The value of your restaurants is what it is worth today. Future profits are for future owners. Take the emotion out of the pricing decision, consult your team, consult your trusted advisors, and make a realistic price. If you own the buildings, that's another issue that's going to get you more money. Robert's example, he's got 3 restaurants, and I talked to him on the phone. He's got 3 leases. He locked in long-term leases. Each unit is fairly successful, but he's selling that, not the buildings, what the actual value is. It's going to be interesting to see what he comes back to me and what he thinks the market will bear in Buffalo to sell these restaurants. Number 10, this one I think is so critical. Just as critical as number 9, keep your eye on the ball. Don't let your restaurant performance decline because you are too focused on the sale. I've seen so many owners emotionally check out before the sale is complete and the sale never goes down. That can cause 1 or 2 units or all the units to collapse. Be focused on your business and be focused on operating your business like it's not going to sale, so you're able to honor your legacy and transition to that new buyer when the sale closes. But make sure that your operation is continuing to run good. You want to build more value in the restaurants as you'll get a higher price. So thank you everyone for listening today. I know this is a quick episode. I'm sure you missed Dave and Anthony, but they'll be back very shortly. What we're trying to do is show you what you need to do to put together to get the maximum value if you're going to sell your restaurant and really put together a plan for success. We're going to have other people on the show talking about buying restaurants. So these are some of the things that you're going to want to look at. Download our resources on our resource page on restauranttopia.com. You'll find our profitability matrix along with the due diligence prep list. So you'll have those items ready to go when you're getting ready to sell your restaurant. But they're also a good resource for any potential buyer who wants to go through a potential checklist of things that you need. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate everyone's time. Please leave us a 5-star review. Reach out to us if you have any questions. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
This is a high quality pod. Thank you, everybody.
Take care. Adios.
Thank you for listening to Restauranttopia. The gratitude that we have for each and every one of you spending your precious time to listen to this podcast is immeasurable. Please make sure to tell a friend about this podcast. And also, if you have any feedback for us, visit us on restauranttopia.com and drop us a line. You can also subscribe on your favorite place to listen to podcasts. Thank you and have a great day.
We are excited to announce the Restauranttopia VIP Text Club. Join by texting the word podcast to 844-928-4257. You will get access to exclusive content, industry news, deals, announcements, pro tips, and more. The VIP Text Club is an exclusive community of independent restaurant owners and professionals. Join today. Message and data rates may apply. Please check our website for our terms of service and privacy policy.
We also want to thank our sponsor, Hillcrest Food Service. If you are a local independent restaurant and are looking for a distributor who has chef and operational consulting, provides marketing support, does menu reviews, and most importantly, wants you to be successful, reach out to Hillcrest Food Service at hillcrestfoods.com.